Many people fret about aging, little realizing that whatever your age in years, some of your body parts are just a few weeks, even days, old. This is because they are constantly renewing themselves. Here's how old you really are. Liver age, 5 months. The liver is known for its amazing capacity to repair and regrow itself thanks to its rich blood supply. This means it can continue with its main job of flushing toxins out of the body. If you've ever wondered why even heavy drinkers can sometimes improve the state of their liver, it's because liver cells only have a lifespan of around 150 days. I can take 70% of a person's liver away in an operation and around 90% of it will grow back within 2 months, says experts. However, in heavy drinkers the parenchymal cells, the liver's main cells, can become so damaged that scar tissue forms, a condition known as cirrhosis. So though a healthy liver can regenerate itself, with cirrhosis the damage is permanent, and sometimes fatal. Taste buds age, 10 days. The tongue is covered with around 9,000 taste buds that help us to detect sweet, salty, bitter or sour flavors. The taste buds themselves are a collection of cells on the surface of the tongue, each housing about 50 taste cells. The buds renew themselves every 10 days to 2 weeks. However, anything that causes inflammation, such as infections or smoking, can damage the taste buds and affect their renewal, deadening their sensitivity. Brain age, same as your age. Experts say most of our cells that last a lifetime are found in the brain. We are born with all the brain cells we'll ever have, around 100 billion, and most of the brain does not regenerate as it gets older. In fact, we actually lose cells, which is the underlying reason for dementia and why head injuries are so devastating. There are, however, 2 areas of the brain that do regenerate, experts says. The olfactory bulb that governs our sense of smell, and the hippocampus, which is an area for learning. Heart age, 20 years. Until recently it was thought the heart couldn't renew itself. However, a study at New York Medical College found it is actually dotted with stem cells that constantly rejuvenate it, at least 3 or 4 times over a lifetime, say the researchers. Lungs age, 2 to 3 weeks. The cells in the lungs constantly renew themselves. However, the lungs contain different cells that renew at different rates. The alveoli or air sac cells, needed for the exchange of oxygen and gases, deep in the lungs have a steady progress of regeneration that takes about a year. Meanwhile, the cells on the lung's surface have to renew every 2 or 3 weeks. These are the lung's first line of defense, so have to be able to renew quickly. Experts says the lung disease emphysema can prevent this regeneration as it begins with the destruction of the alveoli, which creates permanent holes in the walls of the lungs. Eyes age, same as your age. Your eyes are one of the few body parts that don't really change during your life. The only part that is constantly being renewed is the cornea, the transparent top layer. If this is damaged, it can recover in as little as 24 hours, says experts. The cornea has to have a smooth surface, so you can focus properly. That's why the cells renew themselves so quickly. Unfortunately, this isn't the case with the rest of the eye. As we age, the lens loses flexibility, which is why we struggle to focus as we get older. Skin age, 2 to 4 weeks. The epidermis or surface layer of the skin is renewed every 2 to 4 weeks. This rapid turnover occurs because skin is the body's outer protection and is exposed to injury as well as pollution. Despite this constant renewal, we still get wrinkles as we get older. That's because the skin loses collagen and elasticity with age. Bones aged 10 years. The skeleton is constantly replacing itself, experts say. It takes around 10 years to do this completely. Old bone is broken down by cells called osteoclasts and replaced by bone-building cells known as osteoblasts. Intestines age 2 to 3 days. Our intestines are lined with cells known as villi. These are tiny, finger-like branches that increase the surface area and help the intestine to absorb nutrients. They have a very high turnover rate and can be replaced every 2 to 3 days. This is because they are constantly exposed to chemicals such as highly corrosive stomach acid that breaks down food, so they're constantly under attack. The rest of the intestine protects itself with a layer of mucus, although this barrier cannot withstand the stomach acid for long, so the cells here renew themselves every 3 to 5 days. Nails age 6 to 10 months. Our nails are made of cells rich in a tough protein called keratin. Fingernails grow by 3.4 millimeters every month, almost twice as fast as toenails. Meanwhile, it takes 10 months for a full toenail to grow, but only 6 months for a fingernail. This may be because they have a better blood supply and therefore better circulation. The nails of younger people and men grow faster, which may also be because they have better circulation. Bizarrely, the little fingernail grows much more slowly than other fingernails, although it's not clear why. Generally speaking, the growth rate of nails also depends on age and conditions such as psoriasis, which can affect the tissue from which the nail grows. Red blood cells age 4 months. These are the body's vital transport system, carrying oxygen to every living tissue and carrying waste away. They wear out every 4 months, after which the liver removes any remaining iron that is needed for healthy red blood cells before the remaining cell is destroyed in the spleen. Since they can be also lost through injury and menstruation, the body constantly makes more. Hair age 3 to 6 years. The age of your hair depends on how long it is, but it generally grows 1 centimeter each month, explains hair restoration. Each individual hair lasts up to 6 years in women and 3 years in men. Eyebrows and eyelashes are renewed every 6 to 8 weeks, but repeatedly plucking brows stops them growing because it disrupts this cycle.